Hey, it's Tina Forsyth. I help experts and authors turn their IP, their books, into certification programs. And I want to share with you today a bird's eye view of what it takes to create a successful certification. I will get this question often from people, Tina, can you just give me a quick snapshot of what does it look like to create a good solid certification program? What are some of the things that I need to be considering? Now, this is a quick snapshot of what is my more in-depth model around the 9 steps to creating a certification program. Those 9 steps are based in these 3 key areas, and that is strategy, structure, and standards. When I'm working with my clients, we go in depth into each of these areas to make sure that we are designing a solid certification program, one that will serve them as the founder and the people they're certifying, the people that they are going to work with for years, if not decades to come. And so strategy is always the first step in creating a certification program. Strategy is answering those important questions of who is this program for? Who's a fit? Who's not a fit? What are they getting? What are they allowed to do with it? What are the prerequisites? What promise are we making to them? What are the expectations we have of people? What is the pricing of this going to look like? How do we define success for the stakeholders in this program, for you, for the people you certify, the people they're going to work with? Strategy is always the first step because it's going to lead to the answers that come in the next sections. When you don't yet have a solid strategy, you actually can't build the standards and the structure yet. So strategy is answering those big picture questions. And once we're clear in that area, this is where we get to look at structure. Now, structure is all about how are you going to deliver this training program? What is the actual curriculum? What are you going to teach in your certification program? What is your testing process look like? What do you need to know? How are people going to earn their certification? That, of course, is part of what a certification program is about. And the structure piece, it's important to note that we want this built on adult learning best practices. There is a lot of training out there in the world. There is a lot of online training. There's a lot of digital training. There's a lot of face-to-face. There's various types of training programs out there. And I will say, with all the love in my heart, especially in the online space, that there's a lot of training that actually isn't that effective. And it's so important when you're creating a certification that your training is effective, that people are actually learning what you're teaching them, that they're integrating it. Because if they're coming out the other end and they are not able to be successful or deliver on what the promise of your program is, that's a risk to your reputation. That's a risk for them. Nobody's happy in that scenario. So it's so important that we design your structure in a way that's really going to serve the people that you are training and certifying to go out in the world and do their best work and to represent you and your brand well, which is leading into the final part of standards. Standards is where you get to say, here's what's important here. Here's what I'm looking for from people. Here's what they can and can't do in the world. Here's what you can expect if you decide to hire or work with one of my certified professionals. Standards is about setting a legal foundation. We want to get rock solid agreements in place with everybody. We want to have trademarks. We want to get copyrights. We want to get all of those things in place. It's also looking at your metrics and your KPIs. How are we going to measure the success of this program? How do we make sure that it is accomplishing and heading in the direction we want it to go and that it's serving everybody at the highest level possible while doing that? How do we set standards around people maintaining their certification status, people renewing, any ongoing support or education or whatever might be required there? So standards is really about you protecting your brand and protecting the integrity of your program, the integrity of the IP, your frameworks, your methodologies, your expertise, what you've worked so hard already to create. So this is that snapshot view of, okay, what do I need to consider, kind of chunked out into these 3 areas. And anytime you're going to walking the path of creating a certification, we want to be looking at all 3 of these areas. Again, this is what I do with my clients in depth when we work together in any of our certification programs. If you are curious about certification or maybe wondering if certification is for you, if it's something that you're ready for, go ahead and click the link with this video to take our Ready, Set, Certify quiz, and that will ask you a series of questions to kind of point you in the right direction for where you may want to focus on next. And of course, if you have any comments or questions about certification, go ahead and leave them here with the video. I'm happy to answer those for you. All right, it's Tina Forsyth. Until next time, bye now.